Russia accused of genocide as mass graves found and bodies of executed civilians seen strewn on roads. Russia was accused of genocide today after the bodies of executed civilians lay strewn in the roads and mass graves were filled. At least 20 bodies, all in civilian clothing, were seen across a single street in the town of Bucha, near Irpin, on Sunday. Neighbors gather next to a mass grave in Bucha, in the outskirts of Kyiv, Ukraine. AP. Bodies lie on a street in Bucha, northwest of Kyiv, as the UK investigates war crimes. AFP. A dead civilian can be seen on a highway 20 kilometers from Kyiv. Rex. AFP journalists said at least 9 of the bodies appeared to have been executed, including 2 whose hands were tied behind their backs. At least 3 were naked from the waist up while another man had his Ukrainian passport left open beside him. President Volodymyr Zelensky told the CBS program Face the Nation today, "This is genocide. This is about the destruction and extermination of all these nationalities." Bucha's mayor, Anatoly Fedoruk, said all these people were shot, adding 280 other bodies had been buried in mass graves elsewhere in the town. Meanwhile, Zelensky's spokesman told the BBC, "It looks exactly like war crimes." Foreign Secretary Liz Truss today called for the attacks to be investigated as war crimes, insisting, "We will not allow Russia to cover up their involvement in these atrocities through cynical disinformation." Referring to towns on the outskirts of Kyiv, she said, "As Russian troops are forced into retreat, we are seeing increasing evidence of appalling acts by the invading forces in towns such as Irpin and Bucha. Their indiscriminate attacks against innocent civilians during Russia's illegal and unjustified invasion of Ukraine must be investigated as war crimes." The International Criminal Court in The Hague has already opened a probe into possible war crimes committed in Ukraine. Several Western leaders, including U.S. President Joe Biden, have accused Russia's Vladimir Putin of being a war criminal. Human Rights Watch also said it had documented cases of Russian troops committing possible war crimes against civilians in occupied areas of Chernihiv, Kharkiv, and Kyiv, including rape and summary execution. It comes as Ukraine said it had regained control of the Kyiv region, with Russian troops retreating from around the capital and Chernihiv city. Ukrainian officials said on Saturday their forces had taken back more than 30 towns and villages around Kyiv, claiming complete control of the capital region for the first time since Russia launched its invasion. The whole Kyiv region is liberated from the invader, Ukrainian Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maliar wrote on Facebook. The roads are mined, homes are destroyed and thousands of those who fled have been told, for now, not to return. After more than 5 weeks of brutal fighting, Russia is also understood to have regrouped for battles in eastern Ukraine. He did not cite any evidence, but the claims were echoed by Mayor Fedoruk, who said bodies had not been collected due to fears Russians had booby-trapped them. The lifeless body of a Russian soldier lies on the ground in Bucha, in the outskirts of Kyiv, on Saturday. AP. Communal workers carry a body of a civilian man killed by Russian troops shelling in Bucha. AFP. Communal workers collect the bodies of 2 men killed during Russian army shelling of the town of Bucha. AFP. The lifeless body of a man with his hands tied behind his back lies on the ground in Bucha on Sunday. AP. A civilian's body can be seen lying on a highway 20 kilometers from Kyiv. Rex. A civilian defense force looks at 4 dead civilians on the side of a highway under a blanket 20 kilometers from Kyiv. Rex.